the things you need to do to really get you safe and keep you out here. I'm a state certified driving instructor, and I'm going to be taking you on some journeys. It's been a long day of corporate. We talked about some AI models. We've had some clients come in, and then I had some updates. The first thing I need you to do is first get yourself mentally ready to go. Okay, every time you get into a car, the decisions you make could take life. So we want to make sure we're driving with our seatbelt on. We want to make sure that we're safe. And then I want to yield. Example, there's a truck coming, and if I don't pay attention, I could get hit. So there's the vehicle. Look left and right. Some of the most basic things that we all do, we take for granted. I see this every single day. So I'm going to speak truth. I'm only going to tell you what I see, and I'm not going to lie to you. A lot of you need to be watching this and be subscribing to the channel, because we're going to show you every single day, hopefully, what you need to do to get out here. So we're going to be getting in the rush hour. It's 4:10 Eastern Standard Time in the Midwest. It's cold, and we want to get ready to go. So we got to come up and stop. We got to look left and right, and we pause. And the sun is a hazard. I don't want to lie to you, okay? And when the temperature is cold, you're going to have people walking out in front of you, and we always want to use our blinker. But I'm ahead of the game. I got fuel this morning. I'm at a half a tank of gas. The vehicle is running good. I'm mentally ready to go. I have some food in here in case I get hungry on the way home, so I don't have to stop. We need to get ready for the journey on the expressway. I'm going to go over the speed bump really easy, and then we have to come up here. Here's our first challenge. Will someone let us out? We're going to make direct eye contact with drivers. We all have to work together. And I'm not going to assume a driver will let me out. I'm going to look, I'm going to check, I'm going to make eye contact, I'm going to wave. He gave me a nod. I said thank you, and just being appreciative, right? If we all can get along and work together, the world is going to be a better place. Please don't hit me. There are a lot of cars out here. So we're coming up. Let me show you this. This is a lot of traffic. This is real out here. So I'm getting ready for this really short, quick merge. And I want to be, is it snowing yet? It was snowing less than 24 hours ago. But you know how the weather is. What's up? How are you doing? It's cold. Snow will come off and on. And of course, when I drive adults and teens this weekend, we're going to get snow. It never fails. All right. But I'm mentally ready for it with snow tires, good windshield wiper blades, and my car is in pretty good working condition. It's about 90%. Your car will never be 100. Okay? All right, so we're merging on the expressway. This is the I-94 corridor, older ramps, older expressways. I got a good merge out at about 58 miles an hour. I'm feeling good. I want to settle down. I'm cruising about 61 miles an hour, and I'm trying to keep space. I'm not late. I'm not early. Everything is steady. I do have class tonight, online driver's education, which I will be bringing you guys in, and we'll talk about some of the things that you need to know to prepare you for driving. If you have questions right now, go ahead and put those in. I'm in the right lane. How can we tell? The white line to the right. I always talk about pavement markings. I always am trying to prepare you for defensive driving. I'm going to turn on my blinker. I'm going to get over one lane to the left, and I want to maintain good speed. I'm lifting my foot off because this person has an enclosed trailer. I know what that is like. It's longer to stop. It takes longer to get up to speed. You can tell. So I'm going to stay in this lane for a moment. I'm going to get over one lane to the left. You see me accelerating through my lane change. Do not put your foot on the brake. I'm in the left lane now. What does this mean? You have to really stay up with the speed. We don't want to tailgate anyone. And we are scanning. I'm looking ahead at the red truck. I'm trying to keep good speed and good space. 1001, 1002. I'm about 2 seconds away from this black GMC. I pick a stationary object, I count. We're at about 66 miles an hour. Car's running smoothly. Temperature just warmed up. This vehicle does need an oil change. So we're gonna have to get it in. It does need a wiper blade on the passenger side, and the 4-wheel transfer case, we have a warning light. Hopefully it's just a new switch, maybe needing some new fluid. This is not a high performance vehicle. I had a SRT, and in that transfer case, every time I go around the corner, the rear end would lock and unlock, so it was the transfer case. The clutch is in there. If you've ever pulled a transfer case apart, it's the chain and gears and clutches. So, hey, how are you doing today? What is going on? We're trying to have good speed. I'm at about 70 right now. Things are going good. I'm scanning. We had a great meeting at corporate. We talked about some AI, other opportunities. It's funny how things move really, really fast. Also, I do follow Gary Vaynerchuk because he speaks truth. You know, put out what you believe. I'm not golf. I'm not AI. I am driving education. If you choose to listen to my channel, which I hope all of you do, it's about driving education. It's about the flock cameras who are basically taking pictures of us, and this data is going somewhere, and a lot of agencies want this information, and some agencies are pushing back because it unfairly singles out people of color, indigenous people, or LGBTQ. I'm just being honest with you, and I will always speak honesty. I don't hate any group. I respect all people. If you work hard and you try to help your community, that's all you can do. We can't control all the knuckleheads out here who are crazy, okay? Who want to do harm to our community. So I'm maintaining good speed. I'm about 70, rolling real nice. There's a car in my blind spot to my right. I just happened to look and check. I'm lifting my foot. I see a slowdown. So I'm gonna change lanes and get to the middle lane because I want to be able to see what's going on. And I'm deliberately slowed down so I can anticipate people slamming brakes. I'm scanning left, middle, and right. And if you have over 10 years, you're like, man, this is a good demonstration. If you're at less than 10 years, you're like, brother, keep educating me, okay? Right now on the channel, we're getting, oh, see them cut over? Dangerous, okay? They don't care. Right now on the channel, we're getting about 1.1, 1.2 million views. On Instagram, about 2.5 million. I'm learning how to make better titles, learning how to give more of what the viewer wants, and that's driving. Okay, we're about 31 miles an hour. I'm in no hurry. I don't have to pick up kids. I don't have to pick up grandma. I don't have to pick up my wife. I don't have to pick up anyone. I just need to get myself safely through this crazy interstate. And really, it's a mental mindset. I've always visualized from my late teens, early 20s, and 30s being successful. And success means different things to different people. Success could mean you getting your 4-year college degree and getting a good job. Success for me could be you opening a TikTok shop. Gary Vaynerchuk said, online shopping, the TikTok shop is crazy. See how crazy that is? They put me in danger. They put themselves in danger. They made that at a last second. I just want you to know, people try to take your life away, okay? And you see what's going on. People with these big vehicles, they're like big blocks on wheels, okay? I'm just trying to keep good speed, good space, and be a defensive driver. And that's where the journey's coming. Now, we can put this data into an AI model and kind of analyze the dangerous areas across the country, across your state, across your county, because this is what state police do. This is what the county police do, okay? And we can look at this data. Like, they're moving fast when the flow is just moving slow. This means a possible rear end collision. It is not this serious. And then they got cut off. So I think with AI coming in, it's going to make better decisions, but also I learned with AI, it still could take a life. And then whose responsibility is that? Is it the drivers, ultimately? Probably yes. Is it the AI? Does AI have rights? There's so many legal things to look at. And I'm looking at everyone's social emotional face. People are pushing the gas hard. They are gripping that steering wheel like that lady to the right. She's gripping that wheel. She's pushing hard. I'm just trying to stay smooth. We're about 66 miles an hour. The flow's picking up. And really, we're just trying to be that defensive driver. What's up, E? What's up, E? You know I'm crazy. How you doing? E, I needed you yesterday on my live. There were some crazy people, but guess what? I deleted them. I deleted them, E. And you know what? It felt good because a lot of people jump on the live and talk about random stuff. If you really want to learn about driving and the journey and, dash cams, it's all good, E. I deleted about 5 people talking about random stuff, right? Are you a Christian? Do you love the country? I love my country. Yes, I'm a Christian, Baptist Christian, okay? I help all people, but I'm not a fool. Mama didn't make no fools, right? So we just keeping it real out here, okay? And just helping people along the way. And that's what it's really about, okay? And I appreciate all of you, E. I really appreciate you. And anything I get along the way, I'm gonna share my bounty. That's what you're supposed to do, right? Yes. Oh, thank you, E. And E, I'm gonna share some pictures. I got all-girl cousins, right? You'll laugh. You'll see me when I was younger with my Jerry curl, right? You know I'm tripping, right? So we're riding around, and you know what? When you have people or a community, you know you're not alone in your journey. I remember talking to E and a lot of you when I was in border of Indiana and Illinois, driving back, heavy traffic, taking you through the journey, right? So we're just trying to keep people safe, and we all are human. We all have bad times, good times. I'm usually a happy, high energy person. You usually can tell. E knows my voice so well. She can tell when I'm happy, when I'm sad, when I'm quiet, right? And, through her journey, because we're a community, okay? And we believe in helping people. And when you help people, it's the best feeling in the world. So I'm about 69. I know, 6'7". Right? My students love saying that. So I'm lifting my foot, trying to keep good speed and good space, not trying to tailgate. And then I'm already prepared for December. My boss already talked to me. I know, they love saying that stuff, man. But that's, that's one of the trends that are out right now, right? Yes, true that. So we're all about 70 miles an hour, just trying to stay smooth, trying to take our time. I'm gonna get over one lane to the left. That F-150 did too. Kids these days, you're right. And you worry about them because they're not really prepared for the future. Reading, writing, understanding the law, being able to think for themselves, okay? And it's hard out here. If you have nieces or nephews, I have a lot of nieces or nephews. My brother FaceTimed me yesterday. Our cousin called him, so I said over the holidays we're all gonna get together. I'm trying to keep good speed and good space. And then, of course, on the holidays, that's a very sad time. We've lost loved ones. Death happens in threes, right? I'm seeing Final Fantasy, Final Destination. Someone is carrying a range or microwave. It's a stove or a dishwasher. I don't want to be behind them. Oh my God. Whoa. I'm driving my daughter's Jeep and I'm not used to these brakes. I don't want to be by them. I'm getting over them. They got the same idea, bro. It's crazy. That guy is carrying a washer, and that thing is going to flip out and come out. Okay? So I don't want to be behind now. My boy needs to get over to the middle or right lane. Yep, you see that dishwasher? Bruh. What are you thinking, man? You can see your life. Yeah, not smart. He said the same thing. I'm like, It's true. When you see something dangerous, say something to get out the way. Okay? I'd rather be behind this slow FedEx truck than take a chance, because people haul some random stuff. Boy, bye. That's what my daughter says. That's funny. We always keep it real up in here. How you guys doing? Had a good day. We learned about AI. We learned about ancient Roman times and why the Roman Empire fell down. Been resting pretty much this week. On the weekend, I have to drive about 10 hours Saturday, 10 hours Sunday. Next Wednesday, hopefully I won't be in school. I'll be at a fundraising, well, it's a nonprofit event that I need to tell my journey story to try to seek funding for the LLC or nonprofit that I want to start. You gotta tell people about your journey, right? Because there are a lot of 21-year-olds, 25-year-olds who want to drive, but they don't have the means. One of my followers, one of my subscribers, she has thrombosis. And I don't know if you know what that means. She's cross-eyed. Thrombosis means you're cross-eyed. So we reached out. She's in Mississippi, right? I'm not a medical doctor. So you can drive if you're cross-eyed, I believe. Okay? I'm just being real with you. And I try to encourage her, go see a doctor. She lives out in the rural part of Mississippi. So, yes. And then Grace lives in California. E is in New York. I'm in the Midwest. Yes, I know. So we're at about 26 miles an hour. And of course, they're laying off a lot of people. So some of the jobs I've been seeing have been for social media content creator. Yes. Educator. So my dad always told me, boy, have a second gig, have a second job. I need to encourage all of you, have a second gig, have a second job, educator, driver's ed, social media, because I won't be keeping up this grind forever. Around 2032, that's just a hypothetical number, but it's almost 2026, right? It's almost 2026. So we're deep into November. We're just all trying to make it to Thanksgiving, right? And I'm going to get over one lane. And then once you get to Thanksgiving, we're trying to prepare for Christmas. So it's about good mental health. And you always need more money than you think when you're working or a job. I'm a middle class guy, just trying to make it. I shop at the dollar store, Walmart, whatever. I catch that sale. Dressy casual. But I don't mind grinding sometimes, putting in work. And that's what I need all of you to do, is put in that work. I'm going to stay in this lane. I don't want to cut off the FedEx semi-truck. Now, I will be getting to go to the Grand Prix and the North American Auto Show. I think I went 3 or 4 years ago with my daughter. Yeah, we went to Auto Show last year, my daughter and I, because she had me drive down there, and she said, Dad, you need to parallel park. I'm like, what are you doing? So we just paid $25 because, you're from New York. If you're in the metro area, parking is very expensive, right? So her and I went to the auto show last year. We're going to go this year. Going to go to Autorama, you know, because we like cars. In fact, I'm in her truck right now. Her Cherokee Limited used to be my wife's. We gave it to her. Leather interior, almost every option except for the sunroof. This thing is beautiful. I'm at 75 miles an hour. It feels like we just riding on air. She needs 2 new tires on the back. We replaced the exhaust pipe, new rotors, new brakes. But she's following up on these oil changes. If you don't change your oil regularly, you're going to shorten your motor life. Okay, I did check the oil. It's very dirty and black. Okay, it needs to be changed. She does the real estate thing. I'm not going to embarrass her, but in the back, you know, she changes her clothes, you know, female attire, skirts, you know, bra, panty, underwear. You know, she's doing her thing, meeting these clients. She signed 2 new clients. So her car is her mobile office. Okay. So you live and die by real estate. So here's dad driving his daughter's car, and you look in the back, there's high heels and skirts and everything, right? I'm gonna get over one lane. But at least we have a separate vehicle just in case. And then my wife leases vehicles. So if you drive a lot, lease isn't good. They get you for over mileage. Okay. So, and then in like 3 weeks, son is going down to Houston, Texas for the UFL tryout. He's ready. He's about 10 pounds underweight, but he says he's ready. Yeah, isn't it beautiful? Isn't it really beautiful? Okay, and that makes you pause for a second. We made chili. I do. This video was kind of a live. I do have some longer videos. If you look at some of my longer stuff, that is freeway driving in the morning, freeway driving in the evening. I've driven from Chicago, Iowa. We drove in Texas. We flew down. My daughter and I flew down to see my son play his last 2 college games. Then he went back to get his master's. It was homecoming, so it was crazy. It was crazy down there. So yeah, you need to subscribe, because I think a lot of people are now seeing Morgan's content. They're like, should I subscribe? Yes, I make a lot of content. Usually I put out 3 or 4 videos, short ones a day, 6 in the morning, 6:30, 11:30, and then around 3:30 or 4 o'clock. And then I go live from corporate, and then I go live in the morning. So far so good, right? So far so good. And on this platform, I'm getting around 1.2 million, because I'm starting to learn better titles, right? And then on Instagram, I'm at 2.5. I had one video pop off that got 1.2 million. And then as more and more people see that, more people follow. I think I gained a couple of thousand or 1,500. Yeah, ask those questions. Freeway driving is the safest type of driving, because you take a ramp to get on, take a ramp to get off. You want to be in the middle lane, take your time, keep good speed, good space. And yes, going through Chicago's crazy. Going through Metro Detroit, crazy. Okay. Oh, thank you so much. Real talk. Thank you, E. And this is one of the major thoroughfares. I know that sky is beautiful. And just responding to my community. Yes. Responding to my community. Thank you so much. If you Google my name, you'll see my picture. You'll see my son, too. I have a lot of content out there from college, from driver's ed, Son, he's posting a lot of content too. Okay. Yes, I'm going up checking traffic and go right in the first lane. Now I do have a stand store, that's driver's ed. I need to follow Gary Vee and put out some merch because I think people want that. And then once we get the channel monetized, then we'll go from there. I always reinvest in this. Whoa, look like someone got their car snatched up, man. Whoa, bro, didn't pay that bill. Okay, he throwing up. Oh God. But also we changed the routine, and this is kind of the dash cam view of people throwing up. Someone getting their car repossessed, right? And then if you look back at the back catalog of videos, we go through a lot of suburban areas, neighborhoods, downtown, metro area. Okay, suburban areas, heavy traffic. I do have a enhanced license, so technically I could go over to Windsor, okay, and drive through there. So that's one of my goals, to go to Windsor, because I have an enhanced license. And then of course my son was briefly being recruited by the University of Buffalo, so I decided when he was 16 to get his license enhanced. Mine is enhanced. So he's been to Windsor a couple times partying with his friends. They didn't even stop. So neighborhoods are the most dangerous place. I'm just going to take you through this neighborhood, and I'm at about 22 miles an hour. We're just scanning, we're watching for cars, watching for people, watching for school buses, and just trying to maintain good speed. And it's really a mindset, right? And then of course my daughter does real estate, so I'm trying to get her to put out more content, you know, set her up, get her channel up and going. You know, she's 21, you know, she's still partying hard, and she should do that. She's not married, she doesn't have a child, she's young, she parties. She's trying to go to Ohio this weekend to see her friend. Okay. She made about $2K selling the house. The house got listed for 12, but hey, I'm telling you something, on Zillow, the Zillow leads, I think they get 13%. Don't hold me to that. Okay, altogether it was $11,000. Zillow gets their cut off the top, and then the real estate firm she belongs to, they get their percentage. So my daughter has made $2,000, and that's good. Okay, and she's got repeat customers. So when you're first getting out there, you got to build your clientele. Okay, and we understand that, but you got to have money. Mom and dad can't keep paying the bills. That's real. Okay, and it takes money to live in these homes. These homes probably what, 350, 325,000, 330,000. None of these houses are 400,000. Okay, but you know, this is 375, $380,000. You see these homes. It's all in neighborhood, location, right? And if you live in New York or Ohio or Indiana, you know, some people want some land, like 20 acres. Build a beautiful house, pole barn, studio, weight room, dyno room, you know, beauty salon, right? E, do you do hair for a living? Do you do hair and nails? Are you a beautician? Because I just wondered. And driving through neighborhoods teaches you about right of way. And you can see some of these homes. And the skyline is just beautiful. Now yeah, do okay, that's what I thought. And then they're gonna come up and stop. Okay, and then we have to stop. The main road has the right of way. I'm just inching forward. The house to the right with the lights on it, I taught that lady how to drive. Okay, and really it's word of mouth. And then I'm gonna make a right turn up here. And cars are expensive. No one has money for a new car. Hey, yes. My son and his girlfriend, Armani. My son has been selling shoes like since middle school, and he's got like 50 pair of shoes. He sells shoes also, and that's a huge market. And his girlfriend, very expensive designer clothes, she sold a lot. He drove to Ohio, he drove to Indiana to sell some of her stuff, right? So that's a huge market too. I'm gonna go around here and make some turns. So you get in where you fit in, right? I've sold some automotive parts too. And, we're just trying to catch up on bills right now. Okay. And we're, either you're ahead or behind. You're trying to keep savings, a $5,000 savings account, 7, 10. Emergencies come up. Yes. Emergencies come up. A furnace, hot water tank, things happen. So that's why we try to listen to our parents. You need to save money, So I got caught up in that $1,000 payment on a car. Yeah, you got to pay them bills. The first thing you need to do is pay your mortgage, pay your house note. Okay. And we're just taking you through the area, the neighborhood, making these turns. Yes. I don't know if you remember, when was it? There was a transformer that got hit. I think it was in New York. There was a blackout. I think it was 2000. My son is asthmatic. Yes, there was a transformer that was knocked out in New York. There was a power failure for a few weeks. Right. Okay. So in this typical neighborhood, 325, I don't think these houses are going for 400,000 unless you got a significant piece of property and it's incredible, right? And people are walking around. I know she trying to freeze. It's crazy. Okay, no one's trying to do that. This other person chasing her or running. What's he doing? When I'm looking ahead, it's cold out here. I don't think it's not. People trying to look cute. You freeze your tail off. And we just made some really nice turns, right turns, left turns. Having good speed control. Then of course coming up to this main road, it's all very, very stressful. And this is your regulatory sign, stop. And then sometime the police hide here. Then I'm gonna move forward. And I'm just waiting. Here's a gap. There I go. And they repaved this road earlier this year. And I don't know about you, but they don't use good materials, and every 3 years or 4 years this road just tears up because we have the freezing and thawing cycle, and we don't want to blame it on pickup trucks. And I know you have a lot of traffic where you are because you're not that far from Canada. We're going to go in the nearest lane. Keep your turn as short as possible. And obviously if the first lane is full, you go to the second lane. This turn is really tight and short. It's a little tight turn here. Kind of going real smooth here. Just trying to have great speed control and just trying to look around. I have a GoPro too. I have a lot of content on that, but I'm so tall, it's kind of cut off. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop. And I'm no blinker. What are they doing, man? Okay, they running that hustle too, where they watch dogs. There's a lot of entrepreneurs out here. E, so you said you sell stuff. Online shopping is huge, whatnot. I've sold on eBay a little bit, kind of in this metro area. And then, of course, a lot of computer parts, too. I'm trying to go in this turn real easy and short. It's taking my time. But hey, guys, I'm going to go ahead and meet this client. We got to drive. And I want to say thank you. I will be on about 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. She barely making it. She trying to run home. And then we'll go from here. It's cold out here. I don't know what she's trying to do. I want to say thank you all. E, I much appreciate you. I'll be on about 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. And charge his phone up. We'll get going. Guys, be safe. Subscribe to the channel. We'll talk later. Bye. Thank you, E.